I like this sort of news. The New York Jets are expected to meet with quarterback Jordan Travis. Could he be the heir to Aaron Rodgers in New York?
J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets!
I'm excited to talk about this. Jordan Travis is someone that I've had on my board for quite some time now. This coming from Logan Robinson, has connects down in the FSU area. Jordan Travis has a visit scheduled with the New York Jets in a few weeks. The Raiders have also been in good contact. So it looks like the Jets and Raiders both potentially looking at mid-round quarterback swings to solve their quarterback needs. Obviously, the New York Jets with Aaron Rodgers, we're not, I don't think anyone expects us to really go very, very early on a quarterback, like in the first round or trading up in the second round or something along those lines. But Jordan Travis in the mid-rounds is something incredibly interesting, and I think there's a lot of things that we can get into. Let's recap a little bit about who Jordan Travis is first and foremost. Now, he had an injury back in November. I believe it was November 18th, and it knocked out FSU from the college football playoffs. They should have made it in, but because of his injury, the committee basically said, hey, look, you guys don't have a shot against any of these top-level teams at this point, so tough cookies. And that's a tough way to go out on the season for sure. And Jordan Travis would have been a much higher drafted quarterback were it not for that fractured leg. Now, as far as his Pro Football Focus grades, this is coming in the top one, his passing grades, the bottom one, his running grades. So really productive career at FSU. He's going to be 24 years old this year. So he's a little bit older. So maybe if you're having him sit behind Aaron Rodgers for a year or two, maybe you don't love the age that he may ultimately end up being, considering that you could draft someone earlier that would be around the 21, 22-year-old mark. But I'm a fan of this move. I think Jordan Travis is someone that I could get on board with, both from a throwing standpoint and from a running standpoint. Now, a little bit of fumble concerns when he runs the ball. Got to be a little bit more protective of that. Obviously, a few fumbles in there, but you're talking like roughly 30 touchdowns from your quarterback and roughly 10 turnovers between interceptions and fumbles from the collegiate career. I would sign up for this all damn day. Now, I don't think it's going to cost you a crazy amount to draft this guy. I would expect the fourth round is kind of where you start to expect him to go. This is a player not just for like the now, but for the future that you could really consider. And obviously the Jets are looking for potentially a third string quarterback because Tyrod Taylor doesn't have the greatest of health. But in my mind, I'm thinking long-term with Jordan Travis, and I'm thinking what could be in the future. I don't expect Jordan Travis to play this year. I would let him sit for the entire year. And the benefit of having him actually is that you could IR him during the preseason portion and basically give him a redshirt year and carry two quarterbacks instead of three quarterbacks, similar to what the Jets did this past year with only carrying Rodgers and Zach Wilson. And my argument would be if you have a legitimate backup quarterback and in the event that quarterback goes down with an injury and you don't have Aaron Rodgers for any sustained amount of time, whatever quarterback you bring in as quarterback 3 is probably going to be handing the ball off to Breece Hall a lot or passing the ball around the line of scrimmage. I don't think anyone expects quarterback 3 to lead us to the promised land at that particular point in time. So I think the season's shot either way if you have to rely on quarterback 3. So saving that extra roster spot is something that is definitely appealing to me. Now, as far as his injury concern, what is the long-term outlook like this and what kind of is going on? This coming out from the Combine. Two things noticeable about Florida State football quarterback Jordan Travis when he walked to the Combine for interviews, no longer sporting a boot on his injured leg and walked in with a big-time smile. At this point, I'm taking it day by day, Travis told the media in attendance. I got out of my boot a week ago, so it's pretty special. I am thankful to wake up every single day, look down at my shoes. I am so grateful. It's been a journey for sure. My family has helped me through it, and I believe they say when I should be ready by May or June. That's my goal. I am ready for it. So maybe he is like fully healthy by the time you start training camp. But either way, I don't really want to see him on the field for this season. That's sort of where the IR thing comes into mind. And honestly, with a broken leg, you feel more confident that a player is going to bounce back from bone structural damage as opposed to like a ligament. Like if you tear an ACL or you pop an Achilles or something like that, there's probably some degree of concern as far as like re-injuring that leg. But with a break, you don't necessarily have that. So if you can tell me that Jordan Travis is going to be healthy, and this is a relatively reasonable fourth round swing on a quarterback that you can groom under Aaron Rodgers, and then let's say in 2 years you want to give the Jordan Travis experiment an opportunity, but you also have a high draft pick, you can still trade up for a quarterback or take a quarterback in the first round or bring in a quarterback, whatever it is. He's still going to be cheap, and you'd have him for 4 years. So there's enough time to develop him and also test him out after Rodgers is here. Because I think most people are probably expecting Rodgers to go 2 to 3 years. I don't know. I mean, we hope for the 4, I guess, if he's balling out, but I think it's probably a little less likely. I'm on board with Jordan Travis. I'd sign up for this in the 4th round. Guys, let me know your thoughts on the Jets working out Jordan Travis. Do you want him as a quarterback option for the New York Jets? Would you prefer to stay away, maybe due to the injury history and whatnot? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, go Jets. Thank you guys so much for hitting the like and subscribe button on these videos. It goes a long way towards growing the channel. And then occasionally I get sponsors like this. So if you want to help support the sponsor of the channel, or maybe just get yourself some cool gear or some good discounts, you can click the link in the description down below. Today's sponsor, 𝐶𝐻 is going to give you 25% off your order using promo code JetsTalk. Link in the description down below. They've got gummies, THC syrup, THC seltzers. I just discovered these things. They are incredible. As someone who has been trying to cut down a little bit of their alcohol consumption and not, maybe feel as crummy the next day, this has been a godsend for me. Keep me nice and calm, cool, and collected, especially with all the hurdles that our Jets throw our way and all the headaches that we got to deal with as fans. So if you guys want to help support the channel, maybe get yourself a little bit of a discount as well. Support the sponsors of the channel, 𝐶𝐻. Thank you so much for watching the show.